Alright, welcome to Just Magic the Gathering. I was looking to knock out some of my grind and hoping for a little bit better, performance than my deck's given over the last couple days. With the reset and everybody churning through Platinum, my lifelink deck has not been holding up as well. And I'm not sure if it's really the newer cards or if there's something I should do to try and revamp it. I don't necessarily have a bunch of tokens to spend, I guess, if I wanted to. But I was questioning why it is all of a sudden struggling. I'm assuming they're playing red. That was silly. I should have done my tap land to start. I'll pay my 2 life for my golden sidekick. Looks like they're just playing mono black at this point. Azula is, I consider more, I guess, fire than... And this one from the planet soul is, Buck. I'll get my double life on that. Makes me wonder what they're up to. They have an instant. I did end up setting my trigger order just so... It's mostly my my landfall deck, depending on how my landfall triggers hit. So, I'm assuming he has more control, and at this point I don't have my card draw up or protect. Good game. If it's tapped, you lose 1 life and draw a card from the Glimmer Book. So, I'm still not really sure what they're up to. Doesn't really do me any good to keep my land back at this point. Nowhere to run. No surprises there. And now that I'm basically out of cards, I really don't have much to be able to push with. I'm just waiting to get into my card draw. So whenever a creature stations a spacecraft, it perpetually gains Death Touch and Lifelink. Well, yeah. He's going to sacrifice his token, but he loses his graveyard with it. I don't know how it got Menace. and draft one in. Back to this is not my game. I should have known that. It's an instant for 3. Without being able to get into my card draw, this is just basically a game over. He has his lifelink up and he can station to get it everything lifelink. And for 6, it becomes a 2/3 flying death touch. So, not that that's going to do me a lot of good at this point. I'm a little surprised at that. But that is a pretty solid play. At a certain point I was just questioning the legitimacy of trying to just call it. I need to kill creatures though. So I just need to keep playing cards. Or at this point I'm just playing to play. Should be a game this time. And I already good gamed him. So, moving on. What I really kind of am looking forward to today is getting my 1,500 coins. Because I need to be attacking with creatures and destroying creatures. And I wouldn't mind knocking out one of my dailies. Because 1 win and 1 daily will get me over the hump, if you will. I don't know. The way I kind of like it, the only card I can really play is my Nowhere to Run. Until I get into 1 more mana. When it enters or dies, he gets to surveil. So. And it's a 3/1. At this point, I really don't have much of another option, I guess, than to Nowhere to Run. Until I can get into some mana. I'm almost just twiddling my thumbs. And this puts it in the top 15 cards of my library. So depending on where that is, it can be quite a ways out. Makes me wonder what he's holding off for. At this point I do have the ability to do a protect. But I'm assuming he's going to be bringing something pretty big. Everything gets plus counters. And here's where I'm half tempted just to mortify his Ouroboros. I could pull out my Death Touch. Not quite enough mana to do everything I want. The Death Touch will keep him from pushing with it. But whatever he brings in is going to get it too. Because now it's a 3/5. But with my bond up, there's not much he can do about that now. so... Pretty sure there's no coming back from that. But all I have to do is take care of his flyer. I don't even have to do that. Good game. Moving on. Because even if he blocks, he's going to take the damage back. With the bond up, there's nothing that he can do. Long pause. Because even if he tries to make something indestructible, the bond's going to do it. So, I got my attacks, got a couple creature kills. Slowly churning. I don't know, I was just questioning the legitimacy of how much time I wanted to put into this. Now that I'm back on my desktop, it's good to be back on a stable computer, and I'm working on getting it back up and running. I was just realizing, actually, I don't have my double black to do my arena. Or like my Revenant or anything. Looks like he's just playing mono black. So, not sure if he missed a mana drop there. I have my Mortify depending on what he does as an instant. I still can't actually get my Revenant or my Arena out. So he gets both now, but he doesn't get it for the future. And since I have the mana, I don't really have anything else I can do. But just keep the pressure on. And I now can actually get into bigger and better things. I was just actually looking at the... I was planning on doing my Fel. I thought I had enough for both, but I don't have the black. And the first half of this is at the beginning of your end step, draw a card. If you control a demon, each opponent loses 2 life. And you gain 2 life, otherwise you lose 2 life. So now that his... If I kill his demon, he'll start taking damage. Which I don't think he can protect. And without having a demon on the board, that's going to start doing him damage back. Good game. It's a all-type creature. That's actually a good play, because that actually counts as a demon for him. But in a way, this is basically over. Even though I'm not into my... I don't have any control. Oh, I'd have 2 bonds now. That is over. Because, yeah. No amount of damage is gonna... Those bonds are just gonna do them in. Good game. I'm a little surprised. Normally my opponents are like, good game back, or, yeah. Last one didn't. I need to attack with 9 more creatures. I'll give it 1 more round. I have been trying to put in more like 20 minutes a day just to keep up on it. Mondo Kane. The Seasoned. At least it's cheap and I can basically play the whole thing. I kind of like the looks of it. Just waiting on my opponent. Yeah, now that my main computer's back up, I'm working on getting... that development environment up. I was just thinking, because I can do my C note and my planes and then use my life gain to actually get the life out of it. He gets a 2-1 with reach. Put a 1-1 counter on target creature you control. It becomes a legendary spider. So this time around he's actually going to get bigger and be able to ding my... And I should have actually done my Soothsayer last round. At this point I'm basically going to have to do my Strategic Betrayal. I am a little surprised at that. Next round I can do my Enduring Innocence. He's playing white-black as well. I was really hoping to get my arena up, but I can't get my arena up until I get my... my Baron's down. He has an instant, so I'm not quite sure what he's up to. Long pause. I'm not sure what he's doing. He's gonna time out. Come back to long pause. I can get my life on this one. And I'm not sure if it's going to force him to time out or he, at a certain point, did some action there. Let's see what he's up to. He's questioning what to do, I guess. I'm going to get my card draw up. Just try and keep the move on the game. Because, yeah, this is taking a while. But I am getting my attacks in. So I can do my Enduring Innocence, and then my Golden Sidekick, and get my card draw. And he seems to be mana strapped. Which just bodes well for me. There's not much he can do about that, or... I'm assuming he has a wipe card, or he's going to be discarding if he can't. Yeah. And since I had a protect card, that basically should have done it. I don't think that actually completed my daily, but I'm going to call it good for magic on the day. And yeah. I don't know, I need to attack with 4 more creatures. Just questioning the legitimacy. If I did want to get to that 1500, I think I might just try to push it real quick. 4 attacks is... I don't know. They will be taking it out of the store here pretty soon. Not a huge fan. We're going back to... At least I can get my Soothsayer up and hopefully just start getting a couple attacks in. At this point, I'm just kind of playing to play cards. One of the things that is, at a certain point, easier, not even cheap, like I can go into a private match with my friend and just have him, like, I can attack with 1/1s, or you can work the mechanic of... And I'm going to pay my 2 life here. My 1 life. So, depending on how you want to work your dailies, there are definitely easier ways to get your dailies out of the way than grinding the rankings. The one thing I was thinking about with, even when I get stomped on in rankings, I am playing in a competitive play, and that's, I guess, just part of the game. Fairy, Goblin Giant, Merfolk. Kind of curious what he's up to. When this creature dies, to destroy target creature and an opponent controls with power 2 or less. So that is an interesting play. He can basically sacrifice the 1 to... because he can pay 2 here to sacrifice this and do 1 damage to me. You may blight 1. I don't know why he would have actually done that. If he would have blighted his other 1, he could have hit me. I only have black. The thing I almost need to do is keep his 1 from dying, because he can impact tremors. So now when he brings in creatures, they are going to be doing me damage back. This thing, I actually want my Enduring Tenacity out. At least now the damage is going to go back to him. And it does a base protect on... You may blight 2 if you do create 2. Assuming he's going to now use that to kill my Soothsayer. I don't know how he's doubling his impact tremors. The bond is what I was after. Do I have enough to do both? At least that way I can still fell his 4/3. Enters if you do... So we got the goblins out of the deal. That's actually going to force him to lose life. Or force me to lose life. So... when it dies, put a -1/-1 counter on up to 1 target creature. I'm double dinging him back. Good game. I probably could have done my... Just trying to figure out here. What I wanted to do. I think I got my 4 attacks and I'm going to be able to call that good. I'm almost up to platinum. And yeah, that completed it. So now I can actually go into the store and pick up this. 20 packs for 1,500. And I got my extra 2 gold packs. So, yeah. With that, that's like 3.5 rings. 23 alchemy packs at this point. So yeah, I look forward to doing some pack openings and grinding some tokens. But with that, I do some magic in the future.